It's a pretty newsworthy episode of Raw, I must say, so I'm going to get right to it. Night starts off, John Laurinaitis with a promo. Comes out and says that anybody who makes fun of him in any way, including his voice, is going to face serious repercussions. So CM Punk comes out and proceeds to egg him on. It's alright promo. CM Punk's trying to get into the whole pipe bomb thing that they put to rest during the Jericho feud, but they're trying to reawaken it. It's still sleeping because it's not quite there. I could see that they're trying to get that whole Stone Cold Vince McMahon thing going between John Cena and CM Punk, between them and Laurinaitis. It's not working. John Laurinaitis gets pissed off at CM Punk, tells him he's going to be facing Lord Tensai tonight, of all people. You're looking forward to that? Yeah, I'm not either. Next, we've got the Big Show bumps into Laurinaitis backstage, and what a coincidence. He makes fun of his voice. Eve overhears it. She doesn't look happy. Anyway, Big Show heads to the ring. He's got an Intercontinental title match with Cody Rhodes. Sick of this fucking feud already. I've had it up to here with this feud. Cannot fucking stand it anymore. And apparently Cody Rhodes is sick of it too, because he just walks out of the match and gets counted out. Go fucking figure. Anyway, Big Show gets angry. This is just a fucking throwaway match. I hope it ends the feud. Gets on the mic, tells Cody Rhodes to come back down, stop being a coward. Eve comes out and makes Big Show apologize before everybody. What the fuck, I have to say. During the Attitude Era, and even in TNA, you never would see a fucking wrestler apologizing to the fucking fans. Are you serious? A 7-foot monster who once threw Stone Cold Steve Austin, the legend, through a steel cage, and now he's apologizing to the fans. Are you fucking serious? This is like a disaster. They did the same thing with Sheamus when he attacked the referee. I can't even fucking believe it. Like, no integrity. You can't even fucking respect these wrestlers because they all act like a bunch of fucking pussies. Oh, God, what the fuck is happening to professional wrestling? More specifically to WWE. Next up, we've got Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler, and there's too much stuff going on ringside with Jack Swagger and R-Truth. Obviously, this is going to be the pay-per-view tag match. Dolph is going to team with Swagger to face Kofi and R-Truth. How do I know that? I mean, come on, please. You could obviously see it. Backstage, they're watching on the monitor like it's a Ryback match. You've got Primo and Epico with Abraham Washington, and Mason Ryan's there. And I hear Mason Ryan is looking to be the bodyguard for Dolph Ziggler because they've been trying that out on house shows as of late. I don't know. It looks more like Mason Ryan is going to be the bodyguard for Primo and Epico. I don't even fucking care about that team. I don't even care about the fucking division. Swagger and Dolph should be doing a lot better things than this. I can't even fucking rate this match. Too short, too much shit going on with them flashing the backstage, and the match already is only 2 minutes, so why bother rating it? Next up, something good. John Cena and Michael Cole in an interview, where John Cena is talking about what John Laurinaitis did to him in his match, and very impressive promo. Excellent promo. I can't even stress enough, because this was a great promo by John Cena. Very inspirational. Felt almost improvised, like it came from the heart. And I hadn't seen a promo like this from John Cena in so long. I didn't even see it during the Rock feud. I thought those promos were awful. All of John Cena's promos during the Rock feud were bad. They were scripted. They felt like very unauthentic, like they were being read straight out of a script. Very uninspired. But tonight was different. John Cena, you gotta have respect for John Cena. Even though I'm not a fan of John Cena has some good matches. Now, I'm not so sure if that's because he's getting carried during the match. It probably is. He's got to have the right opponent. But John Cena is being handled very well by the WWE, because the thing is, he keeps getting the shit beat out of him, but he keeps coming back. And that's the selling point for John Cena. And even though he's a PG character, sadly, you know, from a different perspective, from an adult perspective, you gotta really admire John Cena. Had a great match at Extreme Rules, and he's coming back for more. That was a very physical match. So next we got Natalya, Maxine, and Kelly versus Kelly and Layla. No one gives a shit about anybody involved in this matchup. The only one who gets any sort of reaction is Kelly, and even her reaction is starting to die down. People are just getting sick of the divas. It's the same divas, and you know, they cover up the divas so much nowadays. It's so fucking PG. They're not allowed to do anything sexy anymore. It's fucking babyish. This is like basically like how it would be during a kids show with the women. Why have divas if you can't even fucking show them off the right way? Because the wrestling is horrible. I mean, this matchup looks so fucking bad. I don't know why Maxine's even in there. She's NXT. No one's even fucking heard of her. Just awful. Beth Phoenix is going to be facing Layla. She commentated during the match. No one gave a shit. Next up, finally a good match. Jericho and Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus and Orton. This was a good matchup. Very good action throughout. Had the right pacing. You know, they also had a very good tag match last week on SmackDown. So they're doing good with the tag matches. And, you know, Orton's been involved in some good tag team wrestling as of late. So that's very impressive. Happy to see it. And then after the matchup, Jericho gets the pin on Sheamus, by the way. And after the match, Jericho demands from Laurinaitis that he be involved in the championship matchup at Over the Limit for the world title. And Laurinaitis ends up making it a fatal forward because all the participants just end up brawling backstage. Very cool segment, very old school. Haven't seen a backstage brawling God knows how long. They haven't had one of those segments in a while. That's something that's not PG. Backstage brawl, just guys fighting it out and beating the shit out of each other. See, that's what it should be all about. Sadly, you don't see that much these days. Next up, we got Brodus Clay and The Miz. Miz is cutting a promo saying he's too good for Brodus Clay. Why is he facing him when he's a must-see superstar? He's right. You know, I think that the fans on the internet tend to overrate The Miz a little bit. But The Miz is of a status where he is above Brodus Clay. He does deserve a little bit more. He's more talented than Brodus Clay. He's a better promo guy than Brodus Clay, and he's wasting his time in this match. Anyway, 4 minutes in this match is pretty much done. Doesn't even get 5 minutes. It's a short little fucking match. The Miz loses. He controlled most of it, but lost and started getting the shit beat out of him in the last minute. Splash. It's over. Lame. Brodus Clay's dancing at the end. Go nowhere character. There's nowhere Brodus Clay could go with this gimmick. It's fucking lame. Make him a bodyguard again or get the fuck rid of him. It's stupid. No one's into it. No one was into it at all. Next up, we get the recap of Brock Lesnar breaking Triple H's arm. You know, this was pretty epic last week. We get to watch it again. But this week we find out that Brock Lesnar is not here, but he's getting a legal representative. Now I thought some lame-ass lawyer, fake lawyer character was going to come out. They were going to get some random actor or some guy from the indies to dress up as a lawyer. But no. It was Paul fucking Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out and just sells Brock Lesnar's name like no one else can. Makes him look like $1 million. And the thing is, I mean, this is very questionable because some people might be saying that Brock Lesnar is a pussy because he didn't show up. And some people might be saying, but you know, Brock Lesnar's a heel. He's all about the money. That's the reason he didn't show up. Well, overall, in the end, Paul Heyman tells us that Brock Lesnar has quit the WWE. Now, you know that's got to be kayfabe because you know when Triple H comes back, they're going to have this match. It's SummerSlam. That's money for the WWE. I don't know why they want to make it like Brock Lesnar got fired. I haven't read any news about this or, you know, Maybe Brock Lesnar's having some second thoughts about being a full-time competitor. Maybe he's just a pay-per-view wrestler. I don't know what the deal is with Brock Lesnar. Don't have the details. You know, if I get them, I'll be sure to mention them in a future video. But I don't know anything right now. Anyway, backstage, that was a very good segment, by the way. Paul Heyman, the fucking man, and one of the best commentators I've ever heard. Anyway, backstage, you got Big Show joking around with a couple of actors that are going to be in the new USA show. The black guy's just fucking annoying. They make fun of Laurinaitis' voice. Big Show's laughing like a fucking hyena. And Eve is behind them, and she doesn't look happy. Anyway, that was not a good segment at all. Very boring, stupid. Anyway, CM Punk comes down to the ring. He's ready for his match against Lord Tensai. Laurinaitis comes up from behind him and tells him that he's not going to be facing just Lord Tensai, but also Daniel Bryan. Now, let me talk about this for a minute. There is 2 weeks until the pay-per-view. CM Punk is going to be facing Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Where was Daniel Bryan this whole fucking show? No promo, no nothing. Instead of it being CM Punk and Daniel Bryan having a segment together to open the show, it's CM Punk and John Laurinaitis. Why? Why the fuck is he interacting with Laurinaitis? He should be interacting with his opponent at the pay-per-view. They're trying to sell a pay-per-view that cost over $50. No one's going to fucking buy it if they don't make the match look good. And this handicap match was another 5-minute throwaway match. Nothing special here. You know, move along. Daniel Bryan didn't even get most of the offense in the match. He didn't even get the pin. Lord Tensai pinned CM Punk. Why? Lord Tensai is not even wrestling at the pay-per-view. It's going to be Daniel Bryan. Maybe he should have pinned CM Punk. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Daniel Bryan gets a little bit of revenge. Gets him in the yes lock, won't let go. So he looked good at the end, but during the match, Daniel Bryan was getting his ass kicked. How is he getting his ass kicked during a handicap matchup when he's got fucking help from Tensai? It makes him look weak. I mean, this is supposed to be a fucking dream match. The former World Heavyweight Champion, the SmackDown guy versus the Raw guy. It's a crossover match. Supposed to be special. It doesn't feel fucking special the way they're building it up. Only 2 weeks to go. And the build-up really fucking sucks for this match. So, you know, overall, this show, not really the best build-up for Over the Limit at all. I mean, I'm looking at this. I mean, the best build-up was for the John Cena promo, his match with Laurinaitis. Everything else wasn't good. And, yeah, I mean, for the World Heavyweight Championship, that tag match really helped it. But the build-up for what's supposed to be the biggest match, the Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I think the World Heavyweight Championship matchup is foreshadowing it as far as how they're ranking it in importance, because they didn't really seem like they cared. Yeah, it was the last match on the card, but Daniel Bryan didn't really look that good at the end of the night. They had to wait to the very last second. No one even knew that Daniel Bryan was even at Raw. I mean, I just thought that, wow, they were just fucking it up, and we're going to wait till SmackDown. You know CM Punk's not going to be on SmackDown, though. He never fucking is. So, we're going to have to wait all the way to Raw again to see. So then that's going to just leave us with 1 week of build-up. They got one more Raw to build up this match. How the fuck are they going to do that? Overall, some decent shit, but a lot of shit that sucked. So, you know, some positives. And a lot of times positives outweigh the negatives, but there was a lot of negatives. So, you know, a moderate show to say the least. So anyway, I'll see you for SmackDown. I hope Over the Limit turns out good.